Hi, I'm John Ahern, your 6th District State Representative. Thanks for joining me for my weekly update of the 2011 legislative session. This is the last week of the regular session, but there will likely be a special session. The majority party, which controls both the House and the Senate, and the governor's office, cannot agree on how to balance the $5 billion shortfall. Republicans have offered ideas, and some of those ideas were used in the budget. However, the proposals moving forward do not provide our state with a sustainable budget for the future. Here's the speech I gave on the House floor on the budget.
My folks were married in 1934, and I came along a little later. And that was a depression. At that time, there was a 25% unemployment rate. Today, I think we have somewhere around a 9%, a little less, here in the state of Washington. But nonetheless, it's very low unemployment. Now, a couple of things my dad always told us kids as we were growing up. Number one, don't overspend. Number two, don't borrow. And as you can tell, this is what's happened right here in the state of Washington, as well as other states. We're not the only guilty one. We got about over a $5 billion deficit to overcome, and this budget, unfortunately, doesn't address all the things that I think we need to do. My dad was in the legislature as a House of Representatives in Montana in 1940, so he grew up during the Depression, and believe me, I've gone back to look at some of the records from 1940 in those era, and they did, as far as I could tell, there were no deficits of anything or overspending. But that's the key thing. Today, this budget doesn't answer the questions that we really need to have answered. We have overspent, and we're paying for it right now. So as a result, I cannot be for this budget in any way, shape, or form. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We have known since before session began we would have to address a large shortfall. However, the majority chose to wait until the last month possible to introduce proposals. I'm disappointed that the taxpayers will have to pay $20,000 each day to keep lawmakers here to iron out differences between the House and its Senate proposals. Last week, the House passed a bill to legitimize the growing and selling of medical marijuana. I was adamantly opposed to the bill, but tried to offer some amendments to try to keep this drug away from school zones. Unfortunately, that amendment was rejected. I have many concerns about medical marijuana, along with every cop and sheriff in the state. The governor recently stated she would not sign the bill since it conflicts with federal law and could subject state employees to prosecution. I say we should end the idea altogether. There are many other things chronic pain patients can take to ease their suffering. Legitimizing pot would harm young adults and our communities. This is my last message to you for the session. Please follow my activities during the interim at my website, which is on your screen. I will be opening an office in Spokane sometime this summer, and I hope you will stop by. In the meantime, please feel free to call or email my office at any time with questions, comments, or concerns. My contact information is on your screen. I'm John Ahern, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.